The Zone at 91.3 presents The B-Side.
Hang on, man.
Hey, Dylan, how's it going, bud?
Fantastic. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
What's on the B-side today?
So there's you hear terms, the sharing economy. You ever heard that? Or gig economy, right? Like they say sharing economy when they're talking about like Airbnb, where like you have surplus rooms in your house. Why don't you rent them out and make a little bit of money to help pay for them? Or gig economy is like Uber, where you sign up and then when you got to spare a couple of hours, you just drive your car around and pick people up and take them where they want to go. So the sharing economy is something that really, I like the gig economy too, but the sharing economy in particular appeals to me because it's kind of like your old school library that not everybody in town has to buy the same book, read it once and put it on a shelf. They can buy it or they can go to the library, take it out and bring it back. And then somebody else can read it. It gets used over and over and over again.
And we're seeing a lot more like little community libraries popping up in neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's right.
Stuff,
Yeah, people just
really
putting
cool.
like take a book, leave a book kind of stuff, right? And so it just doesn't make sense that we buy all new stuff. And if you think about it, there's one area that I know I've bought a lot of things. I've bought a lot of these that I've needed for a project, and then I have them for like 15 years, and they're not cheap, and that's tools.
Sure.
Right? So
that is an expensive hobby to get into, tool collecting.
Tool collecting is expensive, but being able to fix stuff yourself, like one of the things I think that's happened over the years is, like your toaster breaks, you get another toaster. Like we don't open the toaster anymore and try and figure out what wire disconnected from what thing or what spring we can replace. We throw it away. And with tools, it's kind of the same thing. People get a tool, they throw it in the shed, they may or may not ever use it again. But now, what if you could fix some stuff? What if, like, I fixed some stairs in my house last year where, like, the stairs rotted out. Well, I can figure out how to make some stairs. Went and bought some lumber. And then I got out my circular saw, and it was a cordless one. And guess what? It didn't have enough power to deal with it. So what did I do? I went and bought a circular saw, an electric circular saw that I've used since on art projects and other things. But it was like a $160 circular saw. Well, the idea that's come to town, and this must exist in other places, but is a Victoria Tool Library. And so the idea is that on Saturday mornings, they're going to open like from 10 till 2. It's on Devonshire Road out in Esquimalt. And they have a whole inventory of tools. And they take donations. They don't just take anything. They don't just drop off your junky, broken tools. But they are taking donations of the stuff that people need. And you have a membership.
But by donations, you mean donations of actual tools?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
okay.
then they have a membership as well. So you can join as a member. And it's like $50 to $100 to join. It's a sliding scale based on what you think you can afford. And then they have an online inventory so you can see what they have. And they're trying to expand that. And, I've talked on here before about the Makerspace, which I just did a huge project in the Makerspace all of last year. And it was phenomenal for me. The drill presses and chop saws and table saws, all stuff I didn't want to buy. It would have been thousands of dollars in tools and people around who knew how to use them. It was great. But sometimes you got to be doing stuff at home. You can't be just going off to the shop to build your own stairs. You got to do it in the space that you're going to be building it in. And so now there's going to be this community project that's run. It's from what I can tell, they got a board of directors, so it's a not-for-profit. And they're taking in donations. They did a crowdfunding thing last year to raise enough money to get it. Now they have the space, they have the shelves, they have things organized. Last I checked, they had over 300 tools in the inventory. And
wow.
I know that's going to expand because they've got a list, sort of a wish list.
Yeah.
And so if people have good tools, like if you have something in your garage and you're not using it on the regular, which is probably almost all of us, then consider donating it to the tool library. And then when you need it, just go down to the tool library and check it out. And then you bring it back when you're done with it. So it's I think it's really exciting. I think it's a great community thing. I think everybody should be fixing more stuff. And I don't see why we all need to have a brand new circular saw that we use once. People can check them out. They're at the Victoria Library, victoriatoollibrary.org. They're having a grand opening on February 4th. And go to their website now. You can find out how to volunteer, how to donate, what tools they have in stock. And I think it's an exciting thing for the city.
Incredible. Thanks so much, Dan.
Thanks for having me.